hello. So my mom's in town. Yeah, I call her my little homing pigeon. We keep shuttling her off to Florida and she just keeps flying back. Yeah, I wish I could be more excited about the whole thing. She'll be gone soon. Although actually I'm a mommy now. Yeah, and it's funny, before I had kids, people would say, oh, the first time you hold your baby, you are just going to be overwhelmed with this feeling of love. Whew, well, let me tell you, I was overwhelmed with a lot of four-letter words that day. Love wasn't one of them. No. Let me give you a visual. My bundle of joy is screeching in my ear, pooping all over me, and wants to suck me dry. Yeah, ouch. Anyone who's feeling love at that moment is just suffering from the beginnings of Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah. For me, my maternal instinct, it really didn't kick in until my kids could talk. Because that is when I knew there'd be two versions of the story when child services arrived. Ooh, doggy. What's going on in that household? There is nothing like a government agency to bring out the best mommy in me. Yeah. Although, you know what? Had kids, moved out to the suburbs, and, you know, coming from the city, it's kind of a bummer, but there's an upside. You get to drive your car all the time. Right? Look at he's like, I was 16, I know how that felt. And what is the best thing about driving a car? Come on, right here. You look like you've got something to say. He's like, I got nothing for you, lady. Come on, road rage. Road rage, right? There is no road rage in the burbs. Everyone is your neighbor. It's just awkward. You know, when I first moved out, I was pretty psyched, and I was like, oh, hey, bud. It was so nice meeting you, too. You know, when I lived in the city, if I had a bad week, I would lease a car for the weekend, and I would just drive around the city, flipping off every cabbie I saw. I'd be like, oh, and I'd watch him swearing at me in Fornies, and I'd hit the gas, and he'd hit the gas coming after me, and his passenger in the back would be from like Des Moines going, oh my God, trying to get his seatbelt on. It was awesome. Good times. You know, but when I was a kid, like, we didn't have like the seatbelts we just had the lap belts. You know? They're easier to put on, but there is a downside. If your mom brakes too hard, you were guaranteed to be cut in half. There's always a trade-off in life. That's one thing I've learned. Although I gotta tell you, with like the seatbelts and the airbags, the helmets, I'm a Darwinist. See, this one knows what I'm gonna say. I just feel like all this protective gear, we're messing with natural selection. You know? And now they're starting to procreate. We're diluting the gene pool. Sex ed is our only hope. You know, although when I was a kid, we didn't have sex ed. Did you have sex ed, my friend? He's just thinking about sex. He's like, yeah, we didn't need sex ed. We had Madonna. You know, be like a virgin and dress like a slut. It's not that complicated. Although, you know, I feel like I'm sort of dating myself up here between like the lap belts and the like a virgin. I mean, I'm a girl. I get self-conscious sometimes, you know. Although I can't relate to what women are doing to themselves. They don't want to just look younger anymore. They want to look like a different species. You know, I ran into this friend the other day, and I was like, hey, and she's like, And I'm trying desperately not to stare at her fish lips, but everywhere I look, are these lips just following me. And then I started to think about it, and I was like, oh, haven't they started to take fat out of your butt and use it in other places? Does her husband know what he's kissing at night? You know, although I have to admit, I am not above lying about my age. But unlike women, I mean, they'll take 3-4 years off when you ask them. I don't take years off. I'll add years. I'll add like 10, 15 years. And that way, if anyone asks my age and I tell them, they're like, oh, you look amazing. And I'm like, thanks. Ask my weight. Well, you guys have been great, let me tell ya.